Now at 5 a.m. on WKYT this morning, 3 suspects lead police on a wild chase overnight. 2 are in police custody now, but 1 remains on the loose.
Well, police in Jessamine County are looking for a man they say robbed a Kroger pharmacy. Details ahead.
And it is New Year's Eve. You'll hear some helpful reminders about how to stay safe while enjoying the final hours of 2015.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. Welcome into you on this final day of 2015. I'm Rebecca Smith.
I'm Bill Bryant. It's so good to have you with us, throughout the year, really. And certainly we hope that you renew your commitment to be with us bright and early in 2016. Want to check weather as we,
yeah, hopefully, Micah,
make our resolutions.
For all the festivities, it'll be good weather.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are actually excited about the cooler air sliding on in. A lot of people, not everybody, but we get off into the night and we'll start to see still some colder air move on in. A little drizzle patches here and there early this morning, but other than that, we're looking pretty good. 36 degrees there in Lexington, but you head down toward the southeast, we're holding on to the 40s. Now we get into the afternoon, upper 30s, lower 40s. It's a chilly day in store. However, that's actually near average for this time of year. It's a cold start to the new year. I'll show you the forecast for later on tonight for any festivities going on, and also for tomorrow for a lot of us off of work. I'll have that coming up.
All right, thank you. Let's get to the news.
It was a very long night for police after 3 suspects led them on a chase that ended near downtown Lexington.
Police say this all started after 3 men were flagged driving a stolen car. Officers tried to pull them over, but they say the men took off. Once the police were able to catch up with them, they say the men jumped out and took off on foot. Police caught 2 of the men. The 3rd is still on the loose right now. WKYT's Victor Puente is live with details on this from overnight. Good morning.
Police have 2 men in custody. They're still searching for a 3rd. This chase damaged a police cruiser and led to a search for a gun. Now, police tell us this started when police identified a stolen vehicle and tried to pull it over on Terrace View. They say the driver refused to stop and struck a cruiser while running from them. That officer wasn't injured, and the supervisor called off the chase, instead setting up a search of the area. The car was spotted on Red Mile Road, and police say the 3 men inside took off on foot running across the Red Mile racetrack. They caught one of the men at Curry Avenue in Angliana. K-9 units tracked a 2nd person, and police say as they went to arrest him, he wouldn't show his hands, and they believed he may have been armed, so they released the dog on him, and that dog bit him. They say when they began searching the man, they found that he didn't show his hands because he had shot himself in the hand and grazed his stomach. They say he told them where he hid that gun, and they were able to find it. Police are still searching for the 3rd person from that car. They haven't released the names of the 2 men who they arrested or the name or identified a person for the 3rd person that they're searching for. Live in Lexington, Victor Puente, WKYT.
All right, thanks so much, Victor. We're tracking a robbery investigation out of Jessamine County this morning. Police are looking for a masked man who robbed a Kroger pharmacy. It happened at the Kroger store near the Fayette County line. Police say a man wearing a surgical mask handed the clerk a note saying she had 30 seconds to put bottles of oxycodone in a bag or someone would get hurt. Investigators did take surveillance video in for evidence.
It has been 3 days since a Central Kentucky teenager disappeared, and now the teen's mother fears for her daughter's safety. The Boyle County Sheriff's Office says 17-year-old Brandy Hall was first reported missing Monday night. Brandy's mother, Melissa Crawford, says she last saw her daughter that morning as they hugged and kissed each other before leaving for the day. But when her husband got home that afternoon, Crawford says her daughter was gone. Since then, Crawford has been going door to door, passing out flyers and hoping to find information about her daughter's whereabouts. As the days pass, there's still been no sign of her daughter. Crawford now worries that her daughter could be in danger.
The initial thought was maybe she was just going out for a while with someone, but now I'm afraid that she could be hurt or, held against her will. That's really what I'm afraid of now.
Crawford is now asking members of the community to gather and pray for Brandy's return. She says a prayer vigil will be held tonight at 6 at Indian Hills Christian Church in Danville for anyone who would like to join their family in support.
Well, this morning investigators are trying to figure out what caused the death of a Lexington mother. Police say 35-year-old Jill Carrier's children found her and her husband Brandon unresponsive at a home on Highlawn Avenue Tuesday night. The children ran to a neighbor's home for help. Jill Carrier died, but investigators say her husband was treated and released from the hospital. The lady's mother says that Carrier's children lost their father about 5 years ago.
You know, this happens to their mother, so it's just a whole lot for my babies to deal with.
The Fayette County Coroner's Office has an idea what caused Carrier's death, but investigators are waiting on toxicology results before determining an official cause of death.
The time is 5:05 on WKYT this morning. Although it was the first call for one of them, two Nicholasville firefighters say teamwork allowed them to save a man's life on Christmas Eve. Nicholasville firefighters Lauren Bewley and Joshua Polly responded to a home on Heritage Drive last Thursday after receiving a call about a house fire. They say flames were visible and screaming could be heard from inside the home as they pulled up. Polly says he entered the home around the back while Bewley, who was on her very first call, positioned the engine. Moments later, Bewley says she saw Polly's flashlight and sensed that he was struggling to get the man out. So without hesitation, she went in to assist.
Turned back around, he was coming down the stairs with him. So I really just helped carry him finished carrying all the way out.
I was spent. I was tired. I would not have been able to get him as far as I did without her help. She downplays her role in the whole thing.
The two firefighters say they were just doing their job, but for Bewley, she says the rescue is exactly why she joined the fire department. As for the man they rescued, they say he was conscious at the hospital. They've not received an update on his condition. Maybe at some point along the way, he'll have an opportunity to thank them.
All right. Well, today marks the final day of the year for 2015.
The hours are ticking away, and folks in Lexington and around the country are preparing to celebrate later this evening. But like any holiday celebration, safety, of course, is and should be the top concern. WKYT's Michelle Chamberlain joining us live from downtown with some helpful reminders on how you can safely bring in the new year. Good morning.
Yes, can you believe we are less than 19 hours away from bringing in the new year? I can't believe it already. The time is here, and there's expected to be extra people downtown out and about bringing in that new year. And there's plenty of stuff going on here downtown. All the bars are offering parties and having people over to have some fun. Several Lexington hotels are offering packages which include live entertainment. The Grand Reserve is even having its first ever New Year's Eve masquerade ball. They'll have 3 venues, 2 bands, and a nationally known DJ. The Lexington Philharmonic will be having a concert at the Lexington Opera House. There's even a celebration at the Red Mile. Now remember, while you're celebrating, that Lexington police will have extra traffic patrols keeping an eye out for those driving under the influence. Police want you to celebrate responsibly, so please plan ahead, call an Uber, get a cab, do what you need to do to stay safe this New Year's Eve. Live in Lexington, Michelle Chamberlain, WKYT.
All right.
I think Michelle's excited about 2016. I see it all over her face.
We'll see if she's still that lively at midnight, right? Okay.
Right.
WKYT this morning, just getting started. Great to have you along here as we end up 2015.
A New York couple shocked after an unexpected surprise turned up in a Christmas gift. We'll show you what they found. It is not cheap, let's just say that, after the break.
We have some chilly air outside, and we're going to be looking through the next few days and holding on to those temperatures. Very cold, but still average for this time of year. We'll get into that forecast coming up.